Hi, so I am the person that nurture or nature is based on. My voice has been changed, and Tracy is based on me. I'm female. I was young, in my 20s, and I thought he loved me, and I thought he loved me for me, but he loved me for not as much as what I could give him, because I couldn't give him a lot. He was in a very high-powered job, but more what he could do to me, how he could control me. I was like an outlet, I think, a lot of the time. An outlet for the anger, or an excuse would be made for the anger to come on me. So my voice has been changed. And that's not because I'm scared or I'm ashamed or I'm living in the past. That's not the reason at all. It's because I have children, and my children were young at the time. And I don't know if they remember anything. It's not anything I've talked about because Tracy's based on me, but the children part is based on another person. That's their story. And what we done is we combined the abuse I felt as a woman, and it happens to men as well. There's so many men out there as well that are in an abusive relationship or have gone through it. And we took my story and we took their story and we combined it together. So it's totally based on lived experiences. We totally understand where, if you're listening and you're there, or where you've been, or people may face in the future. But I don't want my children, because they have a relationship with their dad, because no matter what he done to me, he never done that to our children, and he, granted, is a good dad. I forgive him. I've never had a sorry. Never ever had a sorry. But I forgive him. And there's other things that have came out from my children later on that I never knew, which is another story within itself. And what we're hoping for is this short film may reach the right person, or it may reach the right company, or something, and we can put out the full feature film of the full impact that DA does for people. And not that it does for people, that it does to people. The guilt, the shame, all the emotions you go through, feeling to blame, it's my fault. Only if I done this, if I never said that, if I done this. I was quite an outspoken person, and I wasn't flirty, I was just very friendly with people. I was very much a social person, and he hated that. Like, I remember being in a restaurant having a meal, and these two guys were staring at me. Yeah, they were good looking guys, but I wasn't paying any attention, but they were staring at me, and I got a plate of food over me. Or I remember chatting away some person, and he didn't like it and got jealous, and I got a punch in the face in front of everyone and swept across the room. Or, do you know, there's so much I could talk about. My broken nose. I have a squint nose. My head going through a window. There's so much things. I remember one time, and we were in the kitchen, and do you know what? I don't even remember what it's about. I don't even remember a majority of the time where my bruises came from or why. But I know where they came from. They came from him, but I don't know why. And we had been getting a new kitchen in. So one of the kitchen units up above never had a handle on it, had a nail, and he punched me so hard that the nail, my head banged against the cupboard door, and it was like if it was 6 inches further along, that little screw, nail, whatever you call it, would have been in my head. My head butted me full force into my nose, and I just remember walking out and driving with just blood everywhere Like when I got in my car was covered in blood. And there's so much. I mean, we can all tell the bruises, the cuts, and the harm, and that's all on the outside. But it's the damage inside, the emotional damage as well, that really, really impacts people. And it's not just an impact there and then, it lasts a very long time. And although, I mean, I can't say I'm healed, okay? I am healed in a way, but I still have trust issues. Like, I still have serious trust issues, and that's part of the course, and it always will be. And anybody that I do get with in the future needs to understand that I do have trust issues, and I need to feel safe. Feeling safe is one of the most precious things anybody could give a person. And that is something that's very, very important to me, especially now. So nurture or nature really touches on that emotional side for Tracy, for you as me. And the child part, the children, was, like I say, that is someone else's story. And that they wanted to, the writer and everybody else that we had talked to, wanted to show the generational trauma that goes down the line. Now that question, nurture or nature, has been something that's been asked for a long time, a long, long time. Do you know, is this person or is it learned behaviour? And what we're showing is how the dad was and the anger towards Thomas, the boy. Thomas then returned that anger onto the girl. But also the dad's manipulation to Tracy, how he would be with her like you're fat and ugly, nobody else would want you. All said, even though it was a size 10, but all said, then it shows the daughter how she would manipulate Thomas. Well, I'm telling dad, if you don't do this, what's it worth? So the manipulation is there, and the hot-headedness and the violence, but is it nurture or is it nature? Do you know, do you think it's inbuilt in people, or do you think it's the environment? And it's something that everybody asks. Yeah, so that's basically nurture or nature in a nutshell, but definitely what we want to do is there's so much of the story I can tell, and like Casey can tell with her production, and I think it's important that we get stories out there, we get real life social stories, and from working class backgrounds, from other class of backgrounds, all a whole diversity of stories about all different things. I mean, I do know that they've got one coming up about autism, and I know they're going to do one about dementia, and I know there is a link to the Dark Faces film Online Grooming, and this one is about DA, domestic abuse, but there's so many stories to tell, and as long as one of these stories helps one person, then I'm happy that I've came forward and told my story. Please forgive me for keeping my identity covered. I just feel like it's really important for my children, and I never ever want to put my trauma onto my children. I just want to say a big thank you to CSMG Productions and CK Productions and the cast and the crew for how wonderful they told our story, and myself and the other person, if they want to come forward and say and talk. I won't say too much, but I just want to say a massive thank you. And the most important thing I want to say is, if you're in that situation right now, if you're living at home in fear, be you a man or a woman or a child, please speak out. Please, please don't think it'll get any better. Please don't think I'll stay for the sake of my children, because it's really not going to work. And the thing is, DA just gets worse over time, in my experience. And I think I got out at the right time. Do you know, I think, I won't say too much, but the worst outcome is obviously death. And there's been so many people that have been killed by their partners, men and women, that have been living, hiding this abuse for so long that their family didn't even know about it. But please speak out, please. You have the courage, you have the strength. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not. There's so many people there for you. Just speak out. Just have that strength and speak to someone. Someone you trust. If you've not got someone you trust, reach out to some of these charities. Please, please, please leave before it's too late. Lots of love. Blessings.